Today, from U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, it's Week 5 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Carolina Panthers.
Spread between 4th and 6th Streets in downtown Minneapolis. We welcome you inside spacious U.S. Bank Stadium. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Carolina Panthers and the Minnesota Vikings. We get you into the action very early on. In fact, it's the first drive of the game, and the Minnesota Vikings have the ball. First down, here's Cousins. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And they work this out past the 25. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Cousins on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Cousins. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Over 30 yards there. And first downs on 3 consecutive plays now. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On play action, Cousins. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's...
A red zone situation forthcoming as this defense will need to step up here. 1st and 10, ball at the 19. Now a first down carry, it's Williams. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Can see this quite a bit on running plays with the guys out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coach some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd and 2, Sherman. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It'll be a sack and a loss of 3, but more importantly, it brings up 4th down. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Gay's kick is good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. This offense has marched the ball down the field nicely. In good position, can they finish the drive off? 1st and 10 in the red zone. A 1st down throw for Cousins. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
Up the middle, it's Cook. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
Cook will score. Touchdown, Vikings. And nothing special there. They show they were going to run the football. They ran it. They got it in.
Like old-time football, right? Hey, this is exactly what we're going to do. Straight-ahead power, and they got it done.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Cousins. And that is incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down, here's a run by Cook. And he is stopped just short on 3rd down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory.
And this is going to be dropped. Oh, my gracious. There was no one in his area.
Just above 1 minute remaining here in the second quarter. This offense looking to get down at least into field goal range, but they're starting on their own side of the field. Here's Cousins. He's going to try and go deep again. He's got a man, complete.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
He stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now back to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete.
And they're going to be set up now with a ball at the 13-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Cousins again. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson.
A great play there in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Vikings would extend their lead here just before halftime.
A lot of people might call this backyard.
A 3rd down situation coming up in the 3rd quarter, and this defense hoping to turn that 3rd down into 4th. On 3rd and 1, here's Cousins. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28.
Brian Burns flying in there and drop.
Cousins to throw for it on 4th. Wide open receiver complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
I didn't like the play call. I loved it. Running situation for sure on 4th and short.
Cook will take this into the end zone for a Viking touchdown.
And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
It's a 3rd down situation in the 4th quarter. Time to see if this defense is up to the task. On 3rd down, Cousins.
Got an open man finding Jefferson.
Touchdown, Vikings! Justin Jefferson with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Vikings add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a fifth straight victory. So that drive there, CD, a good response, and that might be the one that gets them to the finish line, a comfortable lead.
Nothing to lose now. This offense forced to go for it, down a bunch here in the fourth quarter. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with a football. And the Panthers turned away on fourth down. And this defense will take over right at midfield.
Now, that's just simply good coaching and excellent technique on that play. You know why? Because everyone wants to rush the passer when they want to throw the football, but you're not always...
Fourth quarter, the offense comfortably in the driver's seat, and they look to extend their lead with 3 more points. Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. From the left hash, this from 46. And this one is right down Broadway, and that will extend their lead even further. It's a 2-score game in the fourth quarter. Onside kick coming up, and the kicking team desperately needs the football. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And the Vikings hands team able to recover, and that should just about do it. The risk reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave it.
And that's the key to everything.
So no shortage of offense in this game, but a very clean game too, Charles. Each side got its points, but they did so without committing a single turnover.
That's so true, and it certainly felt like NFL football at its finest, right? You talk about the highest level from both of these offenses. Neither one of them afraid of taking risks, and both of them aggressively pushing it downfield. I did like, Brandon, how smart they were about going about their business, though. They were high flying, but they took care of the ball.
Yeah, they did. And just keeping it clean in a game like this with all these points, you don't see that very often, even at the highest level. Job well done by both sides.
So for Minnesota, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they'll get another home date next week as the Saints will come to town. Meanwhile, for Carolina, things aren't looking good. It'll be an 0-5 start, and they'll get a home date next week against the Detroit Lions.